How are you feeling? Nerve-wracking, isn't it? There's a lot of hours of working behind that door. Looks alright.
So far, so good. Look at the little one. Oh.
It's looking good, I think. A bit underfired at the bottom, but then you risk the you run the risk of overfiring the top, trying to get the bottom hot enough, really, don't you? I can sense Hannah's initial disappointment, but I think there are going to be some corkers in there when we get them out. It is a bit underfired, but it's better underfired than overfired. At least we can refire those things. I think we just need to take the next firing a little bit hotter. We've probably erred on the side of caution this time after the last one, so we'll see. I think there's lots of goodies in there that have yet to show themselves. So these are from the top shelf. The last firing, we completely overfired that top shelf. These, it looks like they're about right, and everything else is a bit underfired. A few of those little warts like we had in the last firing. That's my black slip under there, still causing trouble. Shouldn't have put it in really, but I will. It's got hot and it's got ash on the handle there. This TIG is an absolute stormer. Your TIG's a stormer, you know. Look at that. It's beautiful. Looks ancient. You never thought this would just come out the kiln. Nice. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, nice. Happy with that?
Maybe.
One of my birdies. I like that to have got a bit hotter really.
Nice one.
But it'll be a contrast. We'll just fire the next one's hotter, eh? That's one of my bowls. That's got pretty hot, hasn't it? How different the inside and the outside, yeah, very different. I think there's a fair bit of ash got stirred up, hasn't there? So difficult with wood firing because we have underfired the front really, but we run the risk of overfiring the back, which looks like it's got really hot, doesn't it? Looking forward to getting into the back of this lot. Save the best till last, eh? With the little pot.
Exterminate.
That's the front unpacked. All in all, What do you reckon, 50%? But lots of underfiring. The back looks like it's got a lot more temperature. Don't know quite how we're going to work our way around that. It's a much more open pack, which is something to do with it. In fact, I should imagine that's everything to do with it. So we've had a bit of a sort through. These are the goodies, which I think are alright, out of the front of the kiln. And we've been through these. These all look like they're okay, and they'll make the grade. These on here are the refires, which is a bit of a pain, but at least they can be refired. They're just a bit dull looking. They just need a bit more temperature for things to start moving around a bit. And this one is the only duffer, I think. So not too bad really, you know. There is a lot of underfiring, which is a bit of a pain, but the back of the kiln looks good. We'll have to have a bit of a think about it when we repack for the next firing later on. We're going to go get something to eat for a minute because Hannah's falling over here, and then we're going to come back and unpack the back. So not so bad. So what are your feelings then about the firing?
Annoyed.
Annoyed? What are you
Fed
annoyed
up.
about? Oh, you've got some lovely things come out too. It's always difficult to see the good bits, isn't it? Because you just see the disappointments first. But there are some good parts, aren't there?
Yeah, yeah.
And I think, you know, some fairly obvious lessons learned from that, really.
Well, that's what I'm annoyed about. It's a stupid thing.
Well, you know, I
I
mean,
should know better.
We've packed the front too tight, haven't we? And we've packed the back loose, so the flame's been readily able to get through the back. However, it looks like we've got some lovely pots in the back because of it, and there are a few refires in the front. There's only one duff pot, which is only duff because I used my black slip under the white slip, which bloated last time, so it was only going to bloat this time. And so, but other than that, we've not cracked any pots. We've underfired some pots that can be refired. We haven't lost anything. There's a couple of my pots that I didn't like when they came out, but that's only because of I didn't like the pots. It's not because of the firing. So I think it looks good, really. And there are some lovely things. That TIG of yours is particularly lovely. So should we drink this cup of tea and then go and unpack the back? And then we've got to repack it all again, do it all again. With all that knowledge. Okay, let's drink this tea then go and get the back out.